There is something organic to the civil society that makes it essential to the destruction of the black body. Blackness is the personality of absolute dilection for none. But that's from what I was saying earlier. These are just, if you would, quotes and outtakes from Frank Wilderson III. And Frank Wilderson III is a very profound, funny sounding brother, quote unquote. But very profound in an African-centered revolution, which a lot of people speak about but don't have an Afrocentric view. The simple point of having an Afrocentric view cures a lot of the answers to a lot of this gay shit and a lot of this other shit that's going on in the quote-unquote community right now. If it's African-centered, then it should be self-explanatory. As gangsters say, what's understood ain't gotta be explained. So we talking about African-centered shit. But Frank Wilderson, because a lot of people are doing great work. A lot of people need to read a damn book and stop watching videos and talking shit. But the destruction of black life is essential to the growth and expansion of the white confidence and the white social society that we live in, even though we claim we don't. But that's another point. There's something called a liberated zone, and there's something called a colonized zone, and then there's something called a war zone. If you live in the United States, that's a colonized, can be turned into a war zone, but it's not a liberated zone. Let's see. You got some Peru, got going good, Cuba, a few African nations. You got a few liberated zones. You got a lot of war zones. But then you also have an ass of colonized zones. The United States is a colony. It's a settler colony. I mean, that's just what it is. It's a fucking settler colony. But the destruction of black life is essential to the settler colony's expansion. Because now, as we see the brown incorporation of the Eurocentric settler colony coming back in. Because, of course, the Mexicans weren't enslaved, and all those Spanish-speaking people spoke Spanish forever. But the re-expansion and the reuse of quote-unquote brown people and the upsurge of destruction of black life is due to the settler colony's expansion. Because as we all noticed, if not by yet, Africa is undergoing, if you would, a fifth colonization now. And now we have this Asian influence coming in with with the infrastructure. But then, as I argue, infrastructure is infrastructure, but Western civilization is Western civilization. They're two completely different things. But just understanding also that if you send an African $10 in American money, you're allowed to be sending him, let's just say, $50 in his money. Everybody wants to flip money until it's really time to flip money. I ain't gonna say that. But it's just flip your money with your brothers and sisters. I mean, why you think Mexicans come to America? You think they come here to fuck fat white women? No, they come here to flip their money. When they get sent back home, they sit back home and chill with a house that they built on all the land that they bought, talking shit to the American government that's steady trying to take over their shit. So, if we could get to flipping our money with our African brothers, Ghana, Haiti, You already know the nations. But if we can get to flipping the money with the brothers and sisters and doing the real work. Because, yeah, the Million Man March wasn't hitting no shit. Y'all already know that shit. But what was it about? You know, seeing a million niggas. That shit priceless. But then the only thing I could think while I was there is like, damn. But this is what it's like every day in Africa, son. This is what it's like. Because, you still got the bullshit there. You got the good shit. But that's what it'll be like every day to wake up in Africa. Just to be surrounded by niggas. Well, not niggas. You surrounded by black people. Well, you're not surrounded by black people. You're surrounded by melanin people. Surrounded by guys and all the other terms and shit. But you're surrounded by people who are like-minded. Or, at least we're heading in a similar direction. Because culture is what we make it. We have the ingredients to have the perfected old culture, and now we have the real life experience to mix, intertwine and mix, quote unquote. Well, really, we're not mixing shit. Really, we just bringing back the old shit. Because when you really get back to it, ain't nothing new. It's just us young people think we be doing something. But you know how we do. But destruction of black life, don't we? Shit crazy. Let's see, yeah, I can see my flag in my car. But where is this shit crazy? If y'all can see that shit. I don't know if y'all can see that, but positive black propaganda, man.